Greg Gattuso is the head coach, and he joins us in studio every Wednesday. Good morning, Coach.
Morning, Zach. Roger. I went with Zach first.
Did you? Why'd you do that?
Just change up my luck.
Just change up your
Superstitious.
So maybe that'll snap a 2-game skid.
Gives us a shot.
So let's go back. I mean, it wasn't the A performance, right? It wasn't your A performance, and yet you still had chances to win the game. You lose 20-16.
No, it really was not. I mean, we had a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes that cost us a lot of parlays, and in a game like that, when you lose by 4, that you can just add them up, and But look, we all know. It's a I tell the kids the same thing. It's a big boy league. You got to come with your A game every week. It's good teams, and Maine's a good football team, no question about it. And they've probably one of the top receiving corps in the league, and they exploited us a little bit, something we hadn't had a problem with all year. But our guys, they're bouncing back this week and working hard, and we know we have our hands full again this week. This is not the kind of football you can play. I think you see the respect in the polls where you lose 2 games and you're still ranked. So people are being respectful, but obviously we've got to get back to winning some games, and it's going to be a hard one at Villanova on Andy Talley Day, and Howie Long's coming, and it's a big festive day for them with homecoming. So we've got to go in there and play a tough away game.
You look back at last week. I thought key moment, third quarter, 13-8. You get the ball first. You hit Z. Roberson over the middle, and he doesn't get to the end zone because he's injured, right? I mean, it looked to me like if he's 100% healthy, that's 6 points for you. Kick a field goal, 7, and you got the lead.
Yeah, it changed. It really was it
was a big play.
It was an unbelievable play, and where they made a couple really good plays. We just completely misplayed 2 balls that were 14 points, and we get our guy wide open behind the defense, and he's gone. I mean, I think he's 15 yards ahead of the defense.
No doubt.
Z can fly, and he pulls up lame, and he's trying to play on an injured leg, and he has to limp out of bounds. And we go down, and honestly, we had a coaching error, in my opinion, and that hurt us on the field goal, and we end up with no points. And
right, the field goal is blocked.
It just changes everything. Even if we get 3 points there, if we get 7, we're winning. It's a different game. If we get 3 at the end, we're down deep. We're pushing maybe for a field goal to win, and. But that's on me as the head coach, and we got to survive injuries, which is difficult. We have our 2 top outside receivers down, and it hurts. We're small. We have a bunch of slot guys and true freshmen playing right now.
And what's the status of Z. Roberson?
I didn't think he could play last week, and I was right. I mean, he tried, and you give him credit, and I give him all the credit in the world, but I knew he'd be very limited. We got open, and it's a shame. If he's at all, I mean, if he's 80%, he's gone. He's gone. It's not even close.
No, Zach, you were all over that in the booth. You knew right away. He's almost stopped running.
Yeah, he couldn't, and he gave it his best. He caught the ball and planted to go, and as he started running, he was done. And it's hurting us, and it's just you get two big hits at the outside receiver spot. Our young guys are trying hard, and they're getting better, and everyone. I get tired of talking about it, but it is, and the kids understand it. I talked to them Sunday about, same thing. We have to grow up, and we have to get better, and we've got to play with the healthy guys, and we're going to do that. Our game plan this week is good. I think the coaches have put good plans together. We just got to go execute it.
Were you surprised that your secondary got a little exposed, or how did you? Because I think your secondary is much improved than a year ago.
I was disappointed. They've been good all year. They played, Richmond, they were up. We just, the first one, I think they caught us by surprise. They shouldn't have, but, we got run by twice that were bad, but we could have survived that. What the problem was the two long touchdowns were really critical errors of just, they were covered. We just didn't make the play.
Right. They should have been picks.
Yeah.
Right?
One should have easily been a pick.
Yeah.
The other one probably would have been a pick if we were in the position we're supposed to be in. But it's guys getting their eyes in the wrong spot and jumping underneath routes, and we just didn't play our best. And believe me when I tell you the first, it starts Sunday with the coaching staff. They heard about it from my end, and it's my job to get us better, get us out there playing. But the positives are, we're 4-2. Our kids are playing with incredible enthusiasm and heart, and we're in these games, and we're in a tough. We just got to keep fighting. So we'll see how hard we're going to fight this weekend, because this is a heck of a football team.
Coach, got about 3 minutes left here. Have to ask you about the run game. The first couple weeks of the season, explosive, but the last couple weeks, Richmond and Maine, they've really made it a point loading that box and trying to slow down Elijah Token Hanks and make you guys beat them through the air. How do you get back to having that sort of same semblance of success in the run game?
Well, it's simple. You hit the deep balls that are open, and if you look back at our last 3 games or 4 games, we got guys all season. We have guys open deep because everybody's selling out to stop the run. And the games we hit the deep balls, we've played exceptionally well. You look at the Holy Cross game, we hit a couple deep shots and it opened everything up. We hit some deep shots against Richmond that opened things up for us, and you saw us run the ball better in the overtimes. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but we ran the ball better. You have to loosen. If they can play an extra guy in the box, it's hard to run, and that's what people were doing to us. Maine had the box loaded. We ran by them, and really had a potential touchdown. It would have changed the game, and we pull up lame. So there are circumstances that are somewhat out of our control, but number 10 continues to improve. Nevin Sussman, I think, he made a tough decision and got sacked instead of throwing the ball away on second down. And, and really the 4th and 9, we it's an easy conversion for us. We try to force a throw. We didn't need to throw, but like I said, he's learning. It just takes time. With this, some kids have to take time. Offensive linemen, defensive linemen, quarterbacks, they take time. They just need to be developed.
What's Villanova? I'm the scout on Nova here. I see Richmond beat them 23-0.
Yeah, I think their quarterback got banged up and hurt a little bit, but people don't understand. Richmond's a top 5 team. We're in this conference. The type of teams we're playing a second nationally ranked team in 3 weeks. They're pretty good, and we've got to go down there and play our game. It's funny. I thought at the main game we played our game in some regards. We had, imagine if we catch some of those interceptions that were right in our hands. Is now the turnovers are 4-1 instead of 2-1, and we win. So
you got to pick to begin the game.
Yeah, we had a bunch. We stripped the ball. I think there was 3 fumbles. If you remember, we're laying there. We just one, the quarterback, their lineman tripped and fell on it, and so. We're continuing to have opportunities, and I judge us. Wins and losses are really important. I judge us on our effort, and if we're sticking to the script and the game plan, and we're doing that. We have to execute better. Even the 4th and 1, I got a question on, we ran Dion on 4th and 1, but we completely had a mental error inside, and a lineman ran through. No back can get a 4th and 1 when he's getting hit 3 yards deep in the backfield. So, we've got to tidy it up and play better, and we've got to coach better.
Coach, we'll talk to you on Saturday, pregame at 3 o'clock. Good luck at Villanova.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Greg Gattuso in studio every Wednesday right here on Big Board Sports.